Menu narration option is set to off.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd, and they're all set as they'll match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go, set, 90, roll. Hey, check.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hurry. Get.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
50, plant.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
This is Mixon on the draw. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He may try and run for this. He's got a first down and more inside the 30, and all the way down to the 25-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Here we go. Speedy base. SOS. General West. Let's go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Foles. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end, and now it's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And Green with a catch left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
We go! 15 line. 15 line. What we got? Get it.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
That's fielded in the end zone. And what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
Let's go. Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at the Bengals 30-yard line.
Let's go. Mike 51. Mike 51. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Let's go.
They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Yeah. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Oh, you got deep?
Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Go. Joker, Joker. Joker, Joker. Easy.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Open out on the left side. This is Cole. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great. But your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get sixes. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Hey, back up.
44 is the mic.
From the 31, Driscoll going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to them. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
He'll look to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And able to find Green. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 16. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. It's Mixon on the counter. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, what, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Foles. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
First down, Jaguars.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's Foles. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And a Jaguar first down.
180. Check. Watch it before.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This throw over the middle taken in by Cole. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Watch out. Turbo 64.
They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll look to throw here. This one complete over the middle to O'Shaughnessy. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. 380. Stop your whining. Let's go. Great. Check right 54. Right 54.
Now back to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Check. Walk 54. Drop deep.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Foles pass. Incomplete. Out of the end zone. Harrison Smith on the coverage.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. The kick by Lambeau is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, it was second and long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Ross on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. So now Dalton will lead the Bengals to the line as they'll come up and go for 2. Looking to throw. Mixon. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a pickup of 3.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You must be getting tired of seeing this.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field. But the execution was excellent there, able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You ain't going nowhere.
2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man is Westbrook, complete. Now the ball comes loose, and the Bengals grab it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Here you go, can.
44, Mike.
All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
61.
Now Dalton. Got a man open, it's Ross. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 2nd down.
Hands up. 318. Here we go. Hands up.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line.
And the Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Andy Dalton now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Dalton operating in the red zone now. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. And remember, they had 2 last week in the win, obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team, and he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
Dalton on the draw to mix him. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 9.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Foles. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Go. 54.
They'll drop the throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Geno Atkins has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack.
Rap, 13.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught at the 20. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. This throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game.
Let's go, D.
Hey, sound one.
On 2nd and goal, Foles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James O'Shaughnessy, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2.
One.
Mike 5-4. Watch the run. There it is.
He's back to throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Here you go, can.
44 to Mike. I'm coming. 44.
368.
Check.
Big spot. Andy Dalton going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 77 yards, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to...
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark in the final minute, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. All right, here's Dalton. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Bengals on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. And that'll be incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
First and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Telvin Smith, he was 3rd in the AFC in tackling a year ago, there to bring him down. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock with 3 seconds to go. This for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And the Bengals are going to get out of here with a W. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Bengals, They remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.